What activities do you consider calming? What puts you at ease? Mine is cooking. Surprisingly, many others find cooking a very therapeutic, mind-easing activity that also allows them to express themselves. Now, everyone has their own way of cooking, seasoning, even feasting in general. Over the years, I was raised around different cultures. So, different members in my family taught me how to make many different meals. It showed me shortcuts and tricks on how to make quick meals and even different seasonings to acquire different tastes. Today I'll be demonstrating how I prepare a delicious fried chicken meal. In this demonstration, I will show you how to properly prepare and cook raw meats, season according to taste, and create a delicious meal that your family will love. Now, sanitization and preparation are two principal factors in any activity, especially when cooking. This should always be the first step. So ensure that your hands are clean. Now, there are a few main rules to remember when cooking raw meats. One, they absolutely must be separated from other foods. This is to avoid cross-contamination that can result in sickness caused by salmonella. Following this rule begins your first step. You're going to wash the meat. Washing the meat is rinsing the meat. Be sure to rinse your meat off with icy water. Rinsing your meat off will remove any bacteria that may be living on the surface. Okay. Once you've washed your meat, you're going to set it to the side so you can dry and put it down on a paper towel to remove any excess water. Now, while your meat's drying, let us begin to prepare the ingredients needed for this meal. Okay. Now, the next step in this process is to season your meat. So set aside, there should be a dish dedicated strictly for the raw meat of choice. In this demonstration, I'll be using boneless chicken tenderloins. All right. Now, different people have different tastes, so always remember season according to taste. Choose your seasoning and choose your flavor and season accordingly. For my seasonings, I will be using mustard. I'll be using mustard, Old Bay, Lawry's, garlic salt, and I also have Tony's seasoning. Okay. You're gonna lightly drizzle each seasoning over the meat. Be sure not to add too much seasoning to avoid an extra salty taste. Remember, you will season your batter as well. Okay. You will then mix your meat in with the seasoning to ensure that each piece of meat has seasoning on it. This enhances the flavor. Once you've seasoned your meat, place it to the side. We will now prepare our batter, and the batter is what gives it the crunchy, crispy feel that considers it to be fried. So for the batter, you will need flour in a bag or a bowl of your choice. Your previous seasonings and beaten eggs. So you're gonna crack your eggs into a separate bowl and beat them as if you were making scrambled eggs for breakfast. Once you've mixed your eggs, pour an ample amount of flour into a bag or a bowl of your choice. And with the flour in the bag, you're going to begin seasoning just as you seasoned your meat. So we have prepared now. Now we have our meat prepared, so now we're ready to begin the frying process. You always want to make sure that all sorts of meats are thoroughly and fully cooked. Undercooking raw meat can result in sickness. To ensure your meat is thoroughly cooked, we're going to preheat our stove to medium heat. Preheat it, and when you hear the oil pop, it's ready to start frying. Okay. As your oil is heating, you are now ready to batter the chicken and cook it. Frying food is a simple two-step process. I like to call this the dip and drop process. The first step is to drench your chicken in the eggs mix. You're gonna drench your chicken in the egg mix. This will allow the flour to stick when the meat is cooking. Okay, and then once you've soaked it in the egg mix, you're gonna transfer it to the bag of flour. Once your chicken hits the flour, so some egg mix. Okay. Once your meat is soaked in the egg mix, you're gonna transfer it to the bag of flour. And once your chicken hits the flour, you want to shake it, mix it, toss it, flip it, to ensure that the meat is covered in flour. Okay, this flour is what gives it the crunchy, crispy feel. Again, that considers it to be fried. Now the ultimate step is to carefully set your chicken in the cooking oil. Carefully. Okay, so we're gonna take it. Okay, you're gonna set it in there carefully. Now you're gonna let the chicken cook for 5 to 10 minutes on each side, or until golden brown. So you want to let it cook for 5 to 10 minutes on each side until golden brown. You'll also start to notice that that the chicken will float to the top of the oil when it's fully cooked. Now, once your chicken is done cooking, and that's when the drain and dry process comes, as I like to call it. We're gonna let it cook. Okay, and then what you want to do is get a paper towel, carefully remove the chicken from the pan and set it on a paper towel to cool down. Okay, and then okay, so we're gonna let it cook for 5 to 10 minutes on each side, and then you're gonna do the drain and dry process. Okay, and you want to carefully remove the chicken from the pan and set it on the paper towels to cool. The paper towels will drain any excess grease. And then within the next 5 to 10 minutes, your chicken should be cool and you should be ready to eat it. Choose your choice of sauce, if any, and enjoy your delicious meal. So again, remove it carefully. And here is your fried chicken.